If you are just now joining us, I will fill you in on what's going on. We packed up my truck in Chattanooga, drove to St. Pete, and bought a not-so-ready-to-go boat. We spent several days working on the boat. After that, we crossed the Gulf, and I was a nervous wreck. We ended up leaving it in Mobile to go home for a few weeks, and now we're back to make the rest of the journey. Part 4 left the story off right here in Demopolis. I didn't get much footage of Kingfisher Bay. It's actually a great stop with a full-service marina. We used their courtesy car to go into town and grab a pizza. And now it is time to take off up the Tom Bigbee. Alright, we are now leaving Demopolis. That was a nice marina, Kingfisher Bay. It had a courtesy car. Super nice people, super nice folk. Recommend it. Of course, there's not many options, but I do recommend it. Next stop, we're going to Pickens Lake? Pickensville Lake is where we're going. I think we have one lock, and then we're going to anchor out tonight. Another 88-mile journey, and we will see you there. It's a crazy thing about going down these rivers. You just really don't know what kind of scenery you're going to get around every corner. This is the first time we've seen a whole bunch of big rock of some kind. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool looking. You would think it's boring going down these rivers, but it's really not. Just run into this, a barge coming right around the bend. It's a good thing we caught it and slowed down, or we got here just in time. We could have hit them. Two barges side by side. It wasn't just one. They are taking up the entire river. We just gotta stay clear of them, stay out of their way. Man, that is amazing. You just gotta be careful going around this the Tom Bigbee Waterway. I mean, you just gotta be on your A game every time you come around these corners. You just never know. Like, if we were probably an eighth of a mile closer to this bend, we could have hit them. AIS, I think, is the most important to have on these waterways. You can see them right here. If we didn't see them on the AIS, it could have been disastrous. Here's another one coming right at us. See him out here on the AIS, so we're gonna slow down, get out of his way. It's amazing on how they maneuver these things. Look at that. We're looking for this little cove right here for sure. Woo! They ain't lying when you gotta say watch out for barge traffic on the Tom Bigbee. A lot of y'all have probably done the Tom Bigbee many, many times. This being my first time or watching this video. AIS is kind of important on this river. That's the second barge we ran into in a bend. Never a dull moment. AIS stands for Automatic Identification System. My current AIS setup only receives, it does not transmit. The receiver is built into my VHF radio. It sends it through the network to the chart plotter. Since other vessels cannot see me, I try to be mindful and radio in to let them know I'm there. I was wrong earlier. We have two locks we're going through, so this is the Howell-Heflin lock. So we're just gonna come in and get rows up and go right through.
See when you get turned around.
Thank you very much, Lockmaster. We'll see you on the way back.
Yes, sir. Be on your big adventure to Big Blue.
Super nice guy. This Lockmaster here just kind of made our day. We sat there and chit-chatted with him for a few minutes while we were tied up in the lock. Like I said, you just never know what you're going to get every day. The last lock for the day, it's the Tom Bevel lock, and we are tired. Once we get through this, we're just gonna anchor out for the rest of the day. 14 feet. We have some air conditioner problems, of course, and something, I've been testing it with a meter, trying to figure out what went wrong, and the air conditioner will come on, but the seawater pump will not come on. The board on the air conditioner is not giving the 120 volt output to turn on the seawater pump. I don't know, something failed on the board. This is a brand new air conditioner. People thoroughly warned me about staying away from these brands, and now I believe them. This thing is a piece of shit. Buy a Dometic or a Cruiser or something. Stay away from these Westboroughs or whatever they're called, the FCF units. They're just Chinese garbage. So anyway, that's just my rant because I'm mad at this thing. What I did is I just jumpered the pump to 120 volts with the breaker on the thing, just so we can get water flow, and now it's up and running and operating. So when I get home, I'll just take this thing out and throw it in the damn lake and go get me a I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. So anyway, we are here at the Pickensville recreational area, anchored out, and we are gonna make us some food, some dinner. We're tired, just sleep tonight, and tomorrow we're gonna be going to Columbus, Mississippi. So that's what we're at, and that's what we're doing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning from Aliceville Lake. Our next stop is Columbus, Mississippi, which is going to be a short run today. We're only going to be going about 27 miles in one lock. We stayed on Acre last night. It was great. We just hung out on the back deck. Very peaceful. But today when we get to the marina, we're just going to do some chores. It's time to do laundry and clean and a little bit of relaxation because we've been go, go, go. This is what, day 6? We have arrived at the Columbus Dam. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do here. So we have a barge right behind us we overtook, and he's needing to get through too, but they talked about putting us in there with him. So this may be interesting as well. Doing this, like, once you're over the nervousness about it and anxiety and all that, this is actually a lot of fun. What do you think so far?
We had pretty good luck with the lobster and got stuck waiting.
Yeah, we actually have. We have waited for one lock.
Yeah.
And this one, they just squeeze us right in. They are talking us into the marina right now. For those who have never been to Columbus Marina, there is a very specific way you need to enter. If it's your first time, I strongly recommend having them talk you in.
Yeah, Skipper, you see that green right in front of you. Make sure you take it on your port side. And Captain, you should see plenty of water between there and here. We talked about a little bit of a draft restriction, but it's right in front of our fuel dock, and we've got it marked. You'll see two little red and green markers up here. just as you enter the marina, where you have our shallow area. But from where you are now all the way over to here, you'll be fine.
This is Columbus Marina. They have laundry, fuel, and a courtesy car. Also, the town of Columbus is a perfect place to provision and get what you need. There's a great selection of restaurants here. We ate at a place called Zachary's. Definitely a good call. Then it was off to Walmart. Well, that concludes another day on the Tom Bigbee. We're just going to stay here at the Columbus Marina tonight. We got here about 3 o'clock and we're just going to relax. We did some laundry. I got a big day tomorrow. I think there's going to be several locks. I'm not sure. It's a half a day of relaxing and we will see you tomorrow. The thing about this Columbus Marina right here, it's very, very shallow coming in, and you got to go between these two little buoys, or little channel markers, and approach it very slowly. It's only like 5 feet deep right here. I really don't know how this guy gets in here without hitting ground, but this one here, Columbus Marina, call them on channel 9 and they will talk you in. I strongly recommend doing that. You'll never get it on your own. So the Columbus Marina has a lot going for it. They're friendly, they got a courteous car. The town's just really not that far away. Lots of restaurants, 2 grocery stores, a Harbor Freight. It's a good stop if you need to get any supplies or anything like that along the Tom Bigbee. Get it here in Columbus. This is probably the last good stop if you're going south until Mobile. Demopolis had a little bit, but not like what Columbus has. I think it's like a town of 20 or 25,000 people, something like that. So if you're watching this video sooner than later and you are wanting to come down the Tom Bigbee, this particular lock right here in Columbus is going to be closed. It was September 3rd to October 3rd, 2025. So if you're watching this video after that date, then disregard. Be sure to avoid the area between September 3rd and October 3rd, or at least time your travels appropriately. So next stop is Midway Marina. We have 58 miles to go from Columbus to Midway. However, we have several locks to go through. I'm hoping we can make it there in one day. We'll see. Jammer right there, holy crap. But that's not the worst one I've seen by far. We're trying to do a little bit of planning here. Our initial plans were to make it to Midway, so I have a little handy chart for the locks and marinas on a Tom Bigbee. Initially we're thinking about making it to Midway, but we might make it there really early, and if that's the case, it's only like, how many miles? About 18, 19 miles to get to Bay Springs Marina, but we have 3 more locks to go through. So we may risk it and just try to go all the way to Bay Springs, because if we do that, we have no more locks. We've got all through all of them until the Tennessee River. So we're gonna play this by ear and see what happens. Again, lots of debris. It's one thing that's kind of challenging on the rivers. Around this guy. All right, that was the Glover Wilkins lock. And I think we've made the executive decision to just knock out all the rest of the locks today on the Tom Bigbee. That way we just kind of got a clear shot to the Tennessee tomorrow. Lock after lock after lock. This is Rankin Lock. Try not to bore you too much with locking, but that's about all there is of this section of the Tom Bigbee. Now we are coming up on Montgomery Lock, and it looks identical to the last lock. All right, the next lock is the Jamie Whitten Lock, formerly the Bay Springs Lake Lock. It is 84 feet high. It is the 4th highest lock that is a single lift in the United States. So it's a big one. This thing is huge. Look at these doors. So this one is definitely a rough ride. Tie up your boat really good. Don't come in too hot. The waves will come back and forth. I've noticed that happen to us. That one was a little rough, I ain't gonna lie. We are on to the marina, the Bay Springs Marina. That's where we're gonna dock tonight. And we're tired. This is a long day. This is a good trek. So we'll be on the Tennessee tomorrow, hopefully. It will feel really good to make that milestone. That is it for the locks on the Tom Bigbee. Tomorrow we're gonna finish up just the last part of the river and we'll be on the Tennessee, and I just can't wait. That's just one step closer to home. All right, here we are, the Tennessee River. I am so sick of diesel problems.